to your movement library. Today we are looking at your bridge exercise. Now, a bridge is a super common, super safe and accessible exercise. And today we want to look at how you can make it super effective. So we're going to lie down onto our backs because that's where the bridge starts. Now, depending on what you're trying to achieve will depend on where you place your feet. The wider the feet go, the easier it's going to find hip extension. The narrower the feet, the more inner thigh activation and hamstring activation you will get. However, today we're just going to look at a regular bridge. So you want to line your feet up in line with your hip sockets. So not too wide. Most people go as wide as their shoulders. Don't go as wide as your shoulders. Go a little bit narrower. And the first thing I want you to look for when you're setting up for your bridge is your full footprint, okay? So what that means is I'm not pushing into my heels, I'm not on the side of the foot, I'm not on the toes. My entire foot is flat into that mat. And I want to feel my toes spread out. And I want to imagine that I'm indenting a full footprint into that mat, okay? Then I want to think about the rest of my spine. I really want my top half to be relaxed. My head really heavy, my ribs really heavy and closed, and my arms just soft at my sides. I'm then going to start to push into those feet. So the moment I push my feet down, I automatically feel like my pelvis wants to lift. So this is before I've thought about tucking the tailbone or rolling the tailbone, as you might hear in your classes. I just want to find that pressure into my feet and feel that lightness in my tailbone, in my pelvis. Excellent. Now I want to go with that. I want to inhale. I want to exhale, push into my feet. That is the activation. If I push into my feet and I drop my belly button at the same time, my tailbone is naturally going to peel up. And then I'm going to be finding this position. Now, what are we looking for in the bridge? A bridge is there to find hip extension, which means this area from about where my leggings start to about mid quad, that is trying to open up and get a stretch, okay? And for many of us, we're really, really tight in this area. In order for this to open up and get a stretch, two things need to be for certain. Number one, I need the back of the leg to be active. And number two, I need the ribs to be down. Okay, so what often happens is people push up into their bridges and they're just thinking about height. And because they're thinking about height, they lift their ribs, they lift their bellies. My back is now arched and this area is not actually extended. Although it's up in the air, it's not extended. So again, we're going to go from the bottom. We're going to feel that footprint of the feet. Full footprint pushing down. As they push down, my ribs close. If I pre-close my ribs, the likelihood of them popping up is much less. So I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, close my ribs, push into my feet. Feel the bum rising up, rising up, rising up. Then when I get here, I want to check in that my ribs are still closed. I want to draw my navel towards me. By doing that, I'm going to tuck into that tailbone, which is excellent because now I'm in hip extension. And I'm going to keep pushing into my feet and keep thinking about my knees moving away from me. I'm lengthening across that quad. And at this point, I should have quite a good amount of activation happening down the whole back of the leg, not just the glute, the entire posterior chain. I'm just going to hold it here for another 3, for another 2, and 1, coming down and relaxing. Fantastic. Make sure to check out our bridge variations to see how you can change the focus and the thought through your simple bridge.